Some of the best memories I've ever made were on days when I was bored. What's going on, you two? Yeah. What's going on, you two? Yeah. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Brad Steele channel. Steele Reactions, Yataka, is where it's happening. Abby Carter is the new American Idol, and I saw that on Twitter last night, and so today, congratulations to Abby, by the way. I want to note that the first time I ever heard her sing in her original audition, the thumbnail for that video said she may win, and I turned out to be right. She did win, and this is her singing Somewhere from West Side Story. This is one of the best musical theater songs of all time, one of the most beautiful, one of my favorites, so I can't wait to hear Abby tear this up. I got some covers and original music of my own. Here's a snippet of one now. If you want to hear the full thing, there'll be a link to it at the end of the video, as well as in the video description below. The red subscribe button is below as well if you'd be interested in clicking that. As for me, whoops. As for me, right now, I'm checking out Abby Carter Somewhere from West Side Story. Can't wait for this. Let's do it. Look at that dress.
For us, somewhere a place for us, peace and quiet and open air, time to learn, time to care.
I think if what I read is correct, she is the first female winner in like 5 years of the show. I mean, that's just historically true that American Idol winners, it tends to skew male. I mean, there's a lot of dudes that have won this show. And I mean, obviously we know there's been, you know, some very successful women to come from Idol, but in recent memory, there's not been a female to win, I think, since like 2018, 2019, somewhere around there. So what an accomplishment. And she just looks like a star. She looks like a total star.
Someday, somewhere, we'll find a new way of living.
Oh, yes. This is like... Oh, didn't I mention last week, I said, does Abby, for those that know more about it, like, does she have history in, like, musical theater? Does she have a history in that world? Based on this performance, she has to have some sort of history in musical theater and potentially a future. I mean, that's one thing. A lot of Idol alums have gone on to be very successful on Broadway. I know Fantasia is one of those. Jennifer Hudson, obviously, we know. I mean, she's in Hollywood and everything. But I mean, tons of contestants from days gone by have gone on to be wildly successful on Broadway. And Abby Carter, at some point, could find her way there because clearly you can hear her voice. Man, you know, it's amazing all these years later. You just, in some weird way, you get those kind of Kelly Clarkson-esque vibes. Obviously, they have very different voices, but like just that so relatable. You could tell Like she's like the everyday girl next door who has just had her dreams come true on this show. And she has shown over the course of her time on the show she can do any genre that you put in front of her. That's another similarity to Kelly Clarkson. And so now musical theater, I mean, and that song of all songs, just one of the best. I thought she nailed it, and it's a great choice as a new American Idol.
Building a fort with all kinds of supplies that I found in my garage. Filming my very own TV show on a camera I bought at Walmart. Spending hours on a PlayStation, trying to beat Crash Bandicoot Warped. Some of the best memories I've ever made were on days when I was bored. Jotting down words on a Taylor Swift notebook as I wrote my very first song. Throwing a football at 10 p.m. with some friends in a church parking lot. Singing Nickelback karaoke and laughing until we were sore. Some of the best memories I've ever made were on days when I was bored. We could use a little boredom. We could use a little boredom today. Me and the family going out for dinner on a random Tuesday night. Sitting in the yard for hours in October, 'cause it's feeling so good outside. Crying my eyes out on April 13th, the last time that Kobe Bryant scored. Some of the best memories I've ever made were on days when I was bored. We could use a little boredom. We could use a little boredom today, today, oh today, yeah today. Stopping by my sister's house on the way home to go in and play with my niece. Laying on the couch beside my fiance with Boy Meets World on the TV. Watching Papa fall asleep in his chair and covering our ears as he snores. Some of the best memories I've ever made were on days when I was bored. Some of the best memories I've ever made were on days when I was bored. Put the phone down, just be bored. Put the phone down, just be bored. Put the phone down, just be bored.